collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus.
Bob weep, grana weep, ninny bong.
Grab we
AI is trying to deny us.
That's exactly what it is. AI and Soundwave has taken over. So, it's one of those when it has that glitch that unfortunately whatever links we've sent out, it's now on a whole different link. But we're still here and we still made it through. And tonight's topic, AI within the Transformers, creating content with AI, the love and hate for it. So it's going to be quite a conversation about that.
And I really hope the people from Facebook Transformer channels, I'm not going to say one specific, I hope, because I put it out to numerous, I hope a lot of people jump on this live stream because this is a topic that needs to be addressed. And especially for those of you guys who are super anti-AI, you guys need to stay tuned.
And I fully agree. And what's interesting is even with just like doing regular stuff in Photoshop and and creating the topics and everything, okay, I think it did go through properly. There was one person in one of the Transformers groups who came at the topic, and it's almost a trickle effect of what's been happening, in reality, because then the person kind of came at the topic, and it was a Teletran 1 topic, and they're like, oh, that's just kind of an AI put together type thing, and I'm like, that's actually the least AI, that's the zero AI effort that you've attacked, because the thumbnail has no AI in it. The topic has nothing to do with AI. The topic is actually just mentioning all the news items of the topic. So there's zero AI in it. They came at it saying like, oh, that's AI slop. And I'm like, that's a funny irony. There was nothing AI in that whatsoever.
People will call anything AI slop if they don't understand it. I've seen people call CGI AI. Like, dogs. I never watched the DreamWorks production.
But
Mr. O.
But here's a scary reality, because with any tool in the wrong hands, you can send out misinformation, because I've seen some AI videos where it's like, whoever put it together, they put a lot of time and effort into it. So you've got a certain segment of the population where they see this and they're like, oh, this happened and this is real. And I'm like, none of that was real. Those people weren't real. That scenario wasn't real. You actually believed that, which is sad that someone created this and you actually believed it.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, yo. The AI thing. There's several levels of people with the AI. There's those who are just Frankenstein. That's what I like to call this type of people. AI bad. Friends say AI bad. So AI bad. Oh, I make up excuses because AI bad. You got those people. Then there's the middle ground of people who hate AI because they understand what it does to the environment. I genuinely understand what AI sensors do to the environment. Not AI sensors. Let's speak that correctly. Because there's a lot more that goes on than just pictures in AI sensors. So for those of you guys who are not in the know, AI sensors also, I believe, power our video games. Also power a lot of the TV we watch and a lot of the movies that are being made. So before y'all come in any pictures that may be on a website, I need to see the bigger picture. Those pictures don't consume any amount of water as much as it does for you playing Call of Duty. But I'll let somebody else take the mic.
Well,
Oh, speaking of Mike, Mike,
Uh-oh. Mr. O about to make this a party.
hey, listen, I came for the war, man. I dressed in my camouflage. This is supposed to be the war of AI, I guess, right?
he's ready for the battle.
Hold on.
So once,
Wait, hold on.
Is this going to be
let's go all around the table.
a
need
whole
to-
hour,
stances.
a whole hour of a murder
Words.
prime?
Spin and I, we've battled about AI, especially when it first came out. I've always said this right from the very beginning. AI is a great tool to use. Okay? It is like a hammer, it's like a screwdriver, it's like anything that you need to build. It is not the hammer building, meaning it's not the hammer on its own building the house. It is the person is using the hammer to build the house. Okay? Now, is it going to be a shitty house? Sure. It depends on the skill that person is making that house. And I've always said that when you're using AI, they all talk about prompts. 100%. Everything's about prompt, but I like to take it one step back to make it even more simple for people to understand how AI really works. It's like coding. Okay? You need to code the program or the project that you're working on. And you need to make sure that every single line that you put in there, it is correctly what you want. And this is why I tell everybody, if you're going to use AI, take a course. Take a course to make sure that you're using it correctly. Now, if I want to create a video or a song, let's just say, can I type into any AI system in there and say, hey, create me a song? Sure. Is it mine? The idea is mine, but at the end of the day, I see where spin's coming from, but the AI created it on my behalf. Correct. Is it generic? Sure. However, if I'm properly coding the AI tool to make sure that the lyrics that I wrote, the music that I want to hear, meaning the type of instrument, the beat, well, I'm not really great at music, the language of music as spin is, let's just say, right? But if I'm putting in the beats, if I'm putting the beats per minute, if I'm telling the specific instruments that I want to be used at what particular time, and how it's going to be played, how it's going to be arranged, that's still different of sampling. Okay?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to use this tool, it is a tool that I am using that it's helping me to create the project that I have in my head to come into reality. It's just another tool, but you got to use it correctly. Now, you want to be lazy and pay somebody else, meaning you want to be lazy and let AI do the work for you? Go ahead. People will see that, and people will call you out on that. And people will say, buddy, you're lazy, I ain't paying for that shit. But if I put in the work to make sure that whatever project that I'm working and it's coming out quality, people are going to pay for my quality because I use my head to have AI help me create what I'm creating. Over to you, fellas.
Now, before we get to Stedham, because I know Shockland and Mr. O had his point, and I know there's a comment. So with Shockland saying, in terms of like the movie industry and stuff, I will throw out there in a sense, like for me personally, I don't like AI on the creative side, but I do love it for a lot of technical work that I do. The one scenario I find interesting is a lot of people have been jumping on creating transformer clips using AI. Slowly, they've been getting better at it, and then it creates that question of take some random person probably using an AI program for maybe like either free $20 or $50 a month. Why are they able to create something way better than the $1 million productions that we're getting that are supposed to be movies. They're selling to us, and we can't stand them. Yet this 30-second clip, I'm like, why can't that be in the theater? And they did it for free, you know. But
Right.
so
I agree with that.
So
Now-
spin. Let me answer that question. Everybody knows I like Star Wars as well too. Okay, and holy shit! And previous, hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. In previous shows, I've challenged our viewers to start making transfer videos, just like how Star Wars fandoms are making their videos. And my goodness, they're freaking awesome. Okay, and they're using AI. Okay, some of them are not as great, but the attempt that they did, I thought it was good. And there's some stuff out there that, holy crow, man, it's way better than a movie. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, why are we not getting this in the movies? It's because they got that freedom. They're not in that stupid box that they have to go by A, B, and C, and D. They can, because the big corporation had told them so, okay? And they're doing everything what we want to see as fandoms. Again, we're all G1ers, right? If we can continue season 5, season 6, season 7, and so forth of all G1 characters, fuck, I'll pay for that. I'll watch that. And if it's great quality work, hey man, I'm down for it. And look at Prime.
I hear you.
Yeah, and look. Oh, okay. Ooh, I guess I planted a seed, or maybe I stumble upon something there. But but look at when Transformer Prime came out. That was all CGI. At that time, CGI was actually not bad. If you look at it today, they ain't gonna cut it, right? But now that we have AI to help us, okay, to create better visuals, and that's what it comes down to. Why not?
well, you know what? I'll add
Why
to what you're
not?
saying.
Hold on, but wait a minute. Lucas spent a lot of money creating all these special cameras, right? All these what's called IX or whatever it is, you know.
IMAX, yeah.
IMAX. Thank you very much. You know, all this surround sounds and everything and all that bullshit. Okay. Oh, it's not bullshit, but you know what I mean, right? But the fact of the matter, he spent all that money to create all those tools to help him create better movies. Why not? Why not spend that money and create better tools like example AI tools to help us create better movies or better whatever? Why not?
Now I know. We still gotta get
No one's
the
half the
setup.
battle.
We still gotta get setup. And to add to what Mr. O said, and funny enough, I think it was yesterday. Just randomly, like there's one channel I think Dave's slowly been focusing on AI videos. Dave did a clip on the Thundercats, and it looked super amazing. I mean, the only thing you can still tell is like AI still has that inability for characters to interact with each other as people would interact. So it's like there's still those little glitches, but I think whoever put it together, they understand the Thundercat characters. So like Panthro was acting like Panthro, not just a random, put together thing. Wily Cat, Chitara, everyone, they were acting as their characters. Now I'm gonna go over to the comment just for 1 second where Toy Warp says the AI boom is creating a chip shortage. Remember the last chip shortage? It shot the prices of cars sky high. Now we'll be doing it to the video game industry. And he also says Xbox has already stated that they're raising the prices of their current gen consoles because of the shortage, which in the future will justify the next gen of consoles being priced at $1,000. And
Inflation.
well, not just inflation. This is beyond inflation because
It's part and partial, Mike. Sorry, Spin. It's part and partial because if we're gonna get political on this stuff, our government's doing a shitty job, and you know this, especially here in Canada. And I don't want to go down that road, but it's impartial, part and partial of everything. Okay.
Blame Canada.
But
you're right. It is.
okay,
You're
but,
absolutely
but
correct.
how much? But how
here's an
much?
example. But hold on. But here's an example. Okay.
Well, hold on. Sedum still has to go in. I still want to go on
It's okay.
to on the
Someone's
toy work.
he's gonna be there. What's it called? Showing off his toys, going beep 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 beep. Okay. So, anyways, You see?
I'm done with you, O. I'm done with you, O.
I love you, buddy. But
You know what?
here's
Just
one
because
more
Magnus
example.
is not here, I'm gonna get my Magnus and get on the computer now.
Right, but there you go. But here's the other point that I wanted to mention, and then over to you, Sanam. Okay. Every period, there's always some kind of industry disruption that happens, and one of them, let's just look at it, the car. Okay. When the car first came out, everybody was saying, "Oh my God, this is going to kill our blacksmiths. It's going to kill the horse industry. It's going to kill, the buggy guys, the wheel, and all this bullshit, whatever case like that." They're going to put all types of people out of jobs, and that was one of the biggest arguments against the car.
Oh, your mic's cutting a bit.
Oh, you sound better?
There you go.
Okay,
Much better.
Okay, so it was
Like Barry Manilow now.
I was going
Oh,
to sing
shit.
the song.
Well,
But
don't
like
do
I said,
it.
it was a big disruption to the industry, to that whole part of what I was just saying. Okay, now look where we are with cars. It's literally created a whole new industry with a whole new bunch of jobs. Okay, AI, yes, I will state it right now. AI is going to get rid of a lot of jobs. However, it will create new jobs at the same time.
It's now I'm gonna jump on a couple of points that you said.
Hold on, you gotta get him to send them.
Well, not yet. Okay, I still had some points before we get to set them, which ties into what you said and ties into what Toy Warp said. Now, when you mention inflation, like usually what, and a quick number, what number percentage would you say a product would be affected by inflation? Like, what would the percentage number be?
Okay, so before I answer that question, did you use AI to figure out the answer?
No, I'm just asking because I already have my own documented answer, so I want to see what your answer is compared to what mine
Well,
is.
it depends the industry itself. Look at food. Food in here in Canada gone up to like what 18 to 20%. You look at homes has gone up like 200 to 500%. You look at anything cars. Used cars now are the same prices as a new car almost 10 years ago. And what happened 10 years ago, people? Like you look at everything that we buy today. There's there's inflation that's related to certain industries as well too, right? Now it varies. Look at Canada right now. We are literally in a recession. Not technical.
No, we are in a recession.
Okay, I know technically we're in a recession. That's the word they like to use, but we are in a recession. Why? Because they're printing money left, right, and center. And when you print money left, right, and center, what happens? Cost goes up.
Now, I'm going to tie that in
Now,
with the...
hold on. But now if we go back, when we had COVID, what happened to all those chips that were made in Taiwan? Because that's where all the chips are literally coming from.
Oh, it's even worse now.
What happened?
It's worse now.
Wait,
It
no,
went
but
up.
hold on. What happened? Especially the car industry. This is one of the reasons why prices went up. They basically called Taiwan and said, hey, all those chips that we're making for all the cars, put them on hold. We don't need them right now because nobody's buying cars, right? Because of COVID, right? So what happened? All those gaming industries and also all the gambling industries that use like slot machines and stuff like that, they're like, hey, wait a minute. Maybe we can use those chips because people are at home playing games and gambling. So we're gonna
SNK was definitely living off of that.
So so they transition and say, sure, no problem. We're gonna sell all these excess chips that we have, and we're gonna send them to that industry, right? Because there was abundance of it, and look what happened to our car industry now. It's still catching up, right?
Well, as you're saying with the car industry, because I mean now that they're shifting, in a sense, how they're building a lot of the newer vehicles, you essentially have your only choice of getting them fixed is going to the dealer. So, so basically, the mom and pop auto mechanics that we would rather trust, they're essentially building these newer vehicles where it's like, you can't take it to them. You have to go to the dealer. But aside from that,
Depends. Hold on. Depends. Depends on exactly what needs to be fixed or repaired.
what
And especially now that we're going to have Chinese vehicles coming into Canada, about 30% of our market's going to be that. Okay, they're going to need to have special tools, or they're going to have to interact with these Chinese, dealerships and all that kind of stuff. There's we can go down a rabbit hole.
yeah,
Okay.
we can go down a good, but the thing is, that even with and I mean, depending, like certain things like brakes and like stuff like that, you can get done anywhere. But certain other parts, how it's designed, it's so integrated where it's like you
3D
really
print it.
you have to go back to the dealer. But to go back previously to tie in what we were saying and what Toy Whip was saying, late last year there were like some computer parts that I bought, and I think the total for those parts, or I'll say the total for one of those parts was about $98. That one part now is $700 for the one part. It used to be $98.
Blame Canada.
That's insane.
Not even just Canada, that's everywhere. And
No,
it's
no, but more in Canada than anywhere else it's been.
no, it's the
You
States.
said from
it's
98
it's
to
everywhere.
700?
It's everywhere. So in the
I know,
States,
but-
they're having the same issue in Canada, and there's
Not
having
as,
That's a
not
600%
as-
increase.
Not
That's
as
crazy.
us. Not as us. And look, you're gonna have two Canadians gonna go at it right now. Okay, and these two Americans are all quiet, like holy shit.
no, but
man.
the Americans are
I'm just
saying the
waiting for the
exact
hockey
same
game to
thing.
break out.
They're saying the same thing we're saying, because
We're seeing
if
the
it's
same shit.
if the same, for instance, if that one part was $100 for us Canadian and for us American, it's now
No.
$700 for them American and
No.
for us Canadian.
No,
It
America's
is.
different, man. You got to remember. You have to understand. In America, there's almost 400,000 people living in there. Their transportation of goods is much more greater than ours.
But
So their
that's-
buying part, their transportation, their cost and everything, their fuel is much cheaper than us. Therefore, they pay less than us. This is why Canadians are moving to the States. When I say Canadians, I'm talking about Canadians like myself and yourself, like Spin, that's been born and raised here, and we're saying, fuck it, this country sucks, and we're leaving.
Okay, but
Okay.
you're talking in the overall. Remember, the topic
No.
is AI. So
I know,
certain, yeah, but certain parts, because remember, I'm in the tech field. So that same part that's costing me, that was $100 for me Canadian, and it was $100 American. It's
Yeah.
700 American, 700 Canadian.
No, not at all, Spin.
It
It's
is.
more. It's more in Canada than it is in the States, man.
Okay, but still,
and
if
that's
it's
the
a,
thing.
the
Some
cost
shit.
of, even if you do the cost, yeah, we hear you, Magnus. Even though if you do the cost differences or the exchange rate,
right, but you're
it
missing
is
the
cheaper.
point though.
I get
Bec-
your point. I get
Yeah,
your point.
if it's a 6,000% increase for us, it's also a 6,000% increase for US. So even though it's cheaper for them to buy it in the US, someone in the States will be like, I am not paying 6,000%
no,
markup
because their
on this
buying
part.
power, their buying power is much greater than ours, and not just only that, they also have facilities to make those things as well too. Not like here in Canada, we suck. End of story, Mike, and you know this. Like I hate, like I don't want to argue. I don't want to get into politics about it because this is a transformer and we're talking about AI. And
But
this
that's
is
the
war,
thing.
This
It's-
is a war in AI.
But it's
right?
because of AI why it's such. And I looked at my receipt and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's insane. Whereas like the part I bought for $98, you go into some of the computer stores. One, they can't get it. You can't get it from the States. And then you look on the website and I'm like, how is this $98 part $700? $700 for a part that was $98 like less than a year ago?
It's gonna
That's
take
that's
it's gonna-
unheard of.
It's going to be a 2-hour show, and we're going to use AI to come to the conclusion of an answer.
Okay,
That's what
now-
that's what's going to end up happening, Spin. You know it, and I know it. Because I'm going to open up another window, and I'm going to start saying, "Okay, Copilot or ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever you want to use," and I'll start typing in. I'll start coding everything that needs to be answered, and believe me, it's gonna favor me versus you, Spin. We are on the same page. Don't
We're
get
on the
me
same
wrong.
page.
We're on the same page here. But what I'm saying to you is that as a country, as Canada, and I am making this a little bit political, okay? We have shitty leaders that are doing shitty jobs, are creating no deals, no nothing, and we're getting screwed. Versus the U.S. are doing the right thing in certain degrees, and I know Magnus posts something that I actually did like because that should be the same thing for our what's called Canadian government as well too. But at the same time, but at least over there, they're actually doing way better than what are accomplishing over here. Oh, sorry, we're accomplishing nothing over here.
Okay, now let's get over to Sedum because I know Magnus
he's
is
been
here.
waiting.
So Sedum, what are your thoughts? And I mean, really, for in terms of the topic, what are your thoughts of people using AI to create transformer content?
Well, I was thinking, I mean, just not even just AI, just like in industries, I mean, all across the board. So, I mean, there's some industries where you can use them as a brainstorming tool to get to the grunt work very quickly, but you still have to produce the final product in a more, for lack of a better way, honest way. But then you have some industries, so if you're like, and I only found this out recently, but with like some people, some bakeries and stuff or restaurants, they'll use AI, kind of like how you have food photography, but it's not actually, but you'll do weird stuff with the food to put like glue in it or to make it look more pretty, or you add color or dyes you wouldn't put in the actual dish. And you have people, let's say for let's say you take a bakery. Now, for using AI for like a movie or film to brainstorm, that's one thing, because the final product isn't set in reality. But then when you start to use AI to give impossible visual examples of like stuff that of construction of houses or buildings or cakes, or that can't be done in real life, then you start to get on a slippery slope. And like, so you can do stuff that you can do, let's say for like a cake sculpture. And I was talking about this with a friend yesterday, a day or two ago, that you can't do, if you did with an actual physical cake in real life, it would just crush under its own weight. But AI will do stuff because it doesn't take into account that, hey, there are limits to physical measurements, that you can do. So I think if you get to where you have someone who's not dub AI, you have to design a car for you. Okay, that's fine. But then if someone doesn't take the measurements that the AI use to come up with that car format, and you don't test how that reacts in the real world, and then you get like cars that have accidents, or you have bridges that collapse because you're relying on technology that's not based in the physical world. And there's something as simple as cakes. I mean, you can see that like with food stuff where they do stuff that's just impossible to do in real life because it would just fall apart on its underweight. So I can't believe I'm saying, at least for creative stuff, to brainstorm, that's one thing. But I don't think that was and we did kind of get onto like how AI is affecting like some shortages for stuff in the environment. But that's one way we didn't touch upon anyone's mention, is that when it's being used to create representations of stuff that's being presented as possible in the physical world when it's not. So that's a really red tape area with AI there that can, actually affect people directly.
Now,
I can agree with you on that, because there's a lot of AIs out there that take dead celebrities and make them do retarded shit. And I find that so disrespectful
and stuff like that.
Now, before we get over to Magnus, and I'll tie into what Sedum says, and there's a lot of Facebook groups, Transformers, music, like art, like certain, or just about anything. A lot of Facebook groups are banning AI content because, again, people are not using the tool correctly. I will say, for instance, there's, and I think I mentioned it a few weeks ago, in Toronto, there's like a vintage Toronto Facebook group. There's actually two of them, one for our transit system and one just for the city in general. There's a photographer who took a lot of old transit pictures, and you see his name on it, so those are the actual pictures. And growing up in the city, I'm like, yeah, I recognize, what his pictures are. This other group, they were doing that for a while. Slowly, they started slipping in AI vintage pictures. But what was funny is one of them showed the opening of like one of the subway systems, and there's like a streetcar in it. That part of the city doesn't have any streetcar tracks. That part of the city didn't have these houses in that picture. and people started complaining, that's a fake picture. Take it off.
Okay, Spin, but here's the thing. I agree with that a trillion percent, okay? What I don't agree, what happened to one of our friends, use AI to create a simple flyer, let's just say, to help promote an event, and then people got on his case because he uses AI just to create a flyer to help promote his event. To me, that's bullshit. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I can go on Paint, put something together, okay, go to the print shop, have what's called them paint print 1,000 flyers. I can go around, give all the flyers out, and they end up in the garbage after, okay, and then all that stuff is going to be in the landfill. Why people are not getting upset at that? I am adding to waste to the environment.
But you know
Right?
what?
But yet, this guy used just, hey man, can you just come? This is my flyer that I want to create. Can you create the flyer based on my thoughts here, and because I just want to host an event, and then to make it SEO ready so I can put it on my website, or make it the same format for Instagram or Facebook, so I could throw that in there, and then people got on top of him for that. That's bullshit.
but-
that to me is
That's
bullshit.
BS.
But you're on two different sides of the fence there, and I'll point out why. Because
Yeah,
no,
I am.
no, and
The shit stuff you're supposed to get on top of, like
no,
somebody
but you're
trying to use
over,
fake-
but you're
No.
overlooking it. Okay,
No.
let me
My-
go.
Hold on, Spin. I agree with you about the whole vintage stuff.
Yeah,
okay?
but
a trillion percent, like I said.
But
that's
you did
one
an
side of the
apple.
fence.
You did an apple and oranges
Yeah,
comparison,
but
and you're
I do the same thing what you do all the time.
Apples
but
to
the thing is,
oranges.
no, but you're not seeing how it's an apple and orange, and I'll break down
no,
exactly
it's
why
apples
it
and
is.
grapes. No, it's apples in a bag of hammers. So
That,
what happened is
that is fully that's fully what you did. It's
Now
a,
you're getting into my why you be bringing some hammers in here?
But, hey, we're here to do the war, right? So what I'm saying is that I agree that people are getting on top of those people cases for using AI incorrectly by falsely saying, oh, but this is a vintage picture, versus a guy just creating a simple flyer just to help promote his event. And yet you got people going on his case, which to me, I think that's wrong. That's the point that I'm making. Two
Okay.
different things, but almost the same kind of principles.
okay, but remember me coming from doing music for so many years. Here's how I'm going to break down how your example played out, because you said the one person created the AI flyer and put it out online and everything, and they got hated on, right? So you said the other example is create the flyer in MS Paint, go to the print shop and print 1,000 flyers. So you've compared the digital to the physical form. Now, what if you were to take
I took two digital images and I use Paint purposely.
But here's the thing.
Right.
But here's the thing.
I'm taking a digital
Okay.
picture.
Okay,
and I'm
but let me-
throwing it onto Paint.
Right, but here's the point.
And I'm
The part that
arranging the digital
but
images
here's the part that
into
you're
the way
missing.
How I want it.
Here's the part that you're missing.
Hey, I'm the master Paint Spin. You know that already.
But that's exactly it. If that person took the Photoshop or the MS Paint flyer and put that online everywhere, people would be like, "Oh, cool. Let me reach that. That's an original flyer," because they put time and effort into it. As opposed to like, let me let this computer create an image that billions of other people have created the exact same image. I don't want to show up because
hold
you
on,
didn't
hold
put
on.
effort
Why?
into it.
Why? For a flyer to tell people where my party is or my event is. or
Okay,
my
here's
gig
the
is?
flip side of it. When you're doing business and you give somebody a business card and your card has, here's my get me at my email at mycompany.com, as opposed to get me at my email at gmail.com. The difference is you've invested in your company compared to this Gmail address. You're a fly by night. I'm not giving you money. I don't
Do you know
trust
how
you.
many- Okay, so it's a good thing they use Gmail. Do you know how many businesses, especially startup businesses, use Gmail as their business email?
And you know how many
Tons.
and you know how many
Tons.
businesses don't?
And nope, it doesn't matter. Tons. And then you know how you use Gmail as Gmail workspace to integrate your business email account afterwards?
You did it again, because with Workspace you can use your own domain.
I understand. That's why I said that part, because that's what I do. But the whole point is, again, you're using tools to help you to get the word out versus falsely, like what you said about those vintage, okay, falsely representing or misrepresenting, sorry, trying to make this thing an actual event, which is not. This is why I said at the very beginning, I agree with you 1,000,000,000%. But at the same time, too, you got also people that are getting hated on for creating a simple flyer, and they're bashing them over a simple flyer. That
Let me
is
break down the
wrong.
analogy.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on, Mr. O, I got you.
Okay.
Spin, this is the equivalent. What he's saying is your guy did a whole town in AI and screwed up and got backlash. Where this kid did a one-way sign in AI, a point this way sign, just metaphorically speaking, a one-way sign in AI, and people bagged him damn near as bad as doing that town. Am I right, Mr. O? Is that where you're going with that?
To a certain degree, yes.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
fully is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and at the end of the day, I can feel where he's coming from, because that's just a simple one-way sign. It's telling you where to go. It's telling you this way is the way to go. It's not something that should be fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? Where posting videos of deceased people, posting artifacts in the town that don't exist. You know what I mean? That's bad. But you're using it to make a one-way sign. That's not bad. You're making a one-way sign, for goodness sake.
Now let's
Telling
throw
you
this
where to
over
go.
let's throw this over to Mr. Magnus. So your thoughts on, and the initial topic
I was
is
gonna say you're gonna have to catch me up because all I'm catching is this little bit right here.
so
Watch look what I'm wearing first, and then after that, go ahead.
okay. So the initial topic is the love and hate of people using AI to create Transformers content. So what are your thoughts on
War on
that?
AI.
The war on AI.
Bubba, I don't know enough about it. I mean,
God
I don't
bless you.
agree with it. I don't agree with the AI aspect of anything, especially in my trade. Saddam just said something about engineers being able to use AI to bring up a drawing. But yet the AI doesn't know how to work physics into this said drawing, and that's directly into me. That's what my degree is in. Structural and architectural design. That's what I went to college for. I don't use it. I don't know how to use it, so I am not computer illiterate. Once you get past my AutoCAD programs,
Oh, okay. So you're using AutoCAD, right?
See, because AutoCAD is the early, in a sense, that's an early version, and Mr. O, so that's the stepping stone, because you go back in the day, it's like you've got MS Paint, you've got Photoshop, now you've got AutoCAD. So that's the stepping
on.
stone
You
to
forgot
get up
Illustrator.
to Illustrator and so many others.
Adobe
But that's
products
the
need
stepping stone to AI. Like it's there. It's in the same realm. But keep going, Mr. Magnus.
well, how is AutoCAD? Well, no, I guess other AutoCAD programs are probably what you all are talking about. I'm talking about AutoCAD drafting. I mean, I have to take my measurements and put them into this computer so that I can print them out. That's what my AutoCAD program does.
And if
It's not like I go, I need a building that's 25 by 60 with 14 rooms and 300 feet of plumbing, and it goes bleh.
okay,
No, I draw each piece of mine in by hand.
okay, and that's what I was saying kind of earlier before. You have two ways of using AI. You have the general way, like how you just said it, or you have the correct way, which is really like coding, where you have to put in every single detail about that building and its plumbing and its calculation, and it will spit it out like how AutoCAD would do that for you.
That's how mine works.
Yeah,
I have-
AI
I
could do
put
that
out-
for you, Bill.
90%
And that's a
of the
tool.
time, I put plug in
Yep.
my exterior wall dimensions,
Yep.
and then I have to click on each wall.
Yep.
It's like, okay, this is a 6.5-inch wall. This is a 5.5-inch wall. This is a 4-inch wall. This is a load-bearing wall.
And you will have to do the same if you want that exact same calculation, and then you want the drawing or the rendering drawing of the project that you are creating. If you do the exact same instructions that you put in AutoCAD and the same into AI, you will get the exact same results.
Yeah, and then think of it this way. Say, a bigger company comes along and says, Mr. Magnus, we want to hire you as a consultant to teach our machine everything you know and how you use AutoCAD and everything. And then now this machine, essentially, you put in the numbers, it spits it out. So it basically, if it took you like, say, 25 steps, one step, it's giving it to you in like 3 seconds. And you're just like, oh, that's quite insane. Like, that's the level that it's at now.
Well, that's not something that Mr. Magnus is going to do.
But this is what I will tell Mr.
Here's the
Magnus.
thing. I'm a building tradesman.
Yeah.
Okay, I am one of the tasks, or one of the jobs, I guess you could say, that AI can't replace.
Oh, this.
Yeah, well, because I go out and work with my hands now until they get the robot to come out there and wade through the mud, the blood, and the beer like I do. My job's secure. I don't have to worry about it. There ain't no robot that's going to come out there during the lightning storm and the tornado and the flood that we had this weekend.
Well, how did that go?
8.5 inches of rain in 48 hours.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
That was a
That's
tundra.
why I got vertigo.
That was a maelstrom.
Now, did you get any of that, Sedum? It was wicked here.
Yeah, I've been getting vertigo the last few weeks. Every time we get rain, the next day, the first day it's not raining, I'm like, bleh. Everything's spinning.
Yeah, we had tornado warnings Friday night, extreme thunder and lightning all day Saturday,
Wow.
and then Sunday everything washed in and roads were covered.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad that you guys are okay.
For real.
Well,
Good to hear.
I live in the highest point in Spencer County, so if the floodwaters get to me, everybody else doesn't drown. So,
Damn.
You've said that before.
I'm in a glacier valley, so I'm screwed.
So, gentlemen,
Yes.
One
the
great place
question
you live
that
at?
now remains, because we only got about 10 minutes left, a little more than 10 minutes. The
I think it's
question remains.
9:48.
Yeah, it's 9:48. So, for those who don't want to have AI popping up on their feed or don't want to interact with AI, what would you guys suggest that they do?
I don't understand the question.
Don't
Okay.
waste your
There's-
time giving it attention by complaining about it in the comments repeatedly. If you don't like it, go on and be like, don't show me don't show me posts like this, or don't show me this page for 30 days. Because engagement
There
is
you go.
engagement. It doesn't matter if it's negative or positive.
Listen, I've always said, since we grew up in the 80s, some in the 80s, 90s in a sense, but, mostly early 80s, there was always that saying when we used to watch TV. I don't know if people remember TVs. If you don't like what you're watching on TV, change the channel.
Selectovision.
That's my method on everything.
It's as simple as that.
I
Because-
recently had a conversation with a young man, and he said, I'm feeling real depressed here recently, and I just need someone to talk to. And I said, Bubba, I feel for you, but I'm the wrong person to talk to. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, because I don't believe in depression. I said, I can't wrap my brain around it. If something is making me feel sad because I'm thinking about it or because I'm doing it, then I'm going to fucking do something else or think about something else.
Amen.
I don't get ruled by my emotions, except for maybe anger sometimes.
Now,
It is an emotion.
the reason why I bring this question up the way I did is because there is an overbearing amount of people who I see on various groups in various pages that they complain on every AI thing that is there. Even if it's not AI, they're jumping in the chats complaining about it. And I tell each and every one of them, and I've been barked on for this. I've been said, "Oh, you're just an AI supporter." And I tell people, "Hey, if you don't like it, don't interact with it. Don't comment on it. Don't leave a like. Don't leave a dislike. Just scroll past it." Or B, even more importantly, if you really are that adamant about AI, make something yourself.
No, they can't do that because they have to show who's the more virtuous and purest of them all, right? And that's the problem today. Everything, like I call it a fad, right? It's like who can complain the most. Honest to goodness, you know, I thought I was getting, as I get older, I thought I was gonna be the old man that tells you, get off my lawn, get off my lawn there. I'm getting more senile. But
Get off my grass!
yeah, exactly, right. But I finding the younger you are, the more senile you are. Right? It's supposed to be the other way around, and I don't know what's happening
Right?
here. They need Barney. They need some imagination, some pokeroo or something in their life.
That's a whole other conversation.
Some Today's Special or something, right? Like they gotta find something else to do, man. Instead of trying to be who could be the most virtuous, who could be the most purest, who could be the most correctest or the most victimist, whatever you want to call it. Again, AI is a tool. It's a great tool if you know how to use it correctly.
It's a tool. Yeah.
Exactly. TP for my TPO.
This guy gets me.
Right? But the whole point is, it's a tool that you can use that's gonna help you in the right way, but it could also help you in the wrong way. And this is why I will keep on saying this: take a freaking course. You don't, or just watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. You're on YouTube already. Instead of what's it called, keep on strolling. What do you call that? The kids call that today. What do you call that?
Oh yeah, there's a word for it. I don't remember if it was
Yeah.
doom
I
scrolling
remember
or
we used to
something.
call it.
Yeah,
We used to call it surfing.
right. So instead of surfing or doom scrolling, whatever, take more than 1 minute, watch a video, and start using it, and you will be surprised of all the amazing stuff that you can do.
Real.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Children of Primus.
All right.
Shinta's looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with Dad? Is he tired? I'm okay,
Now,
Shinta.
gentlemen, one of us mentioned something that I feel should segue into a conversation for Teletran 2 next week. These youngins are losing their damn minds. How did anyone born after the year 2000 consider themselves a original G1er? Can someone answer this for me?
But you know what? I could
AI, I don't know.
I guess I would have to see that conversation because I'm born in the 70s, but I love Motown, which is a whole decade
Right.
before me. So it's
Right.
but I
you're not
feel
an original
Motown.
Motown head.
I'm not born in the era, but I feel like I'm a part of it, and it's a whole decade before me. But does that mean someone older would be like, well, they just hate on me and are like, well, you weren't born in the 60s, and I'm like, yeah,
No,
but
no,
I
no,
love
no.
it.
I don't mean it to that degree.
Okay.
What I mean is like, say a fan came in born around Robots in Disguise era. And they're like, oh, this is cool.
2001
Oh,
or
this stuff that came
2015.
2001. And then they're like, oh, there's some stuff that goes before this. Let's go back and check it. And they happen to fall in love with the G1 stuff like we all did. Do they have the right to consider themselves a G1er?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
A fan, yes. A fan, yes. There's nothing that anyone could take away from anyone being a fan of something. But to be a true G1er, I personally feel you had to experience it.
But they can still experience it.
Well,
You
it's
know,
like the reason you have like in art history, you have like the original or like classical, whatever art movement, and then you have neo, whatever the art movement is. And normally, like the neo
Renaissance.
movement or the second movement, third, fourth, and so forth movements are people who return or engage with older techniques or stylizations after their initial prime. So normally there's descriptors to be like I said, neo movement. I mean, or second movement, third wave, second wave.
Right.
There's
There's
someone.
no problem with that. I don't denounce that. It's the second and third waivers that call themselves first waivers that get me.
I get what you're saying to a point. Like
To be a true G1er, sorry, Mr. O, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, go
To
ahead,
be a
go ahead.
true G1er, I feel several things you had to live through. Not only the anime, but you had to live through at least seeing a comic book on the shelf and the original toys in the original print. That's a true Transformer G1er to me.
I get your point. I get your point. And I'm gonna use this as an example. I always consider myself a G1er. I like Beast War, but
That's after though.
yeah, it's after. But I always go back to G1. But here's the part where I said to a certain point, right? I love Transformer Prime. I really do. Transformer Prime just sucked me right back in, right?
I agree with that.
And got me like falling in love with Transformer lore all over again. So my question to you then, am I also consider a Transformer Primer 1
No, because you would be in,
Like, you get what I'm saying?
reverse. You would be in reverse of his question. I think
no spin. Let them answer because I'm challenging this
actually,
point a little bit here, right?
I can honestly say yes, because you're living through the original publication. You're
Okay.
living through the original toys. You're living through even the original comic books and the aligned continuity that came out during that time. You lived and adventured through it.
Okay.
But anybody can live an adventure through it because it's all available online.
Right, but then that's syndication. That's pre-original broadcast.
So you're basically
If you're
saying.
not-
So hold on. So you're
So
basically
you're saying if you didn't watch it originally on TV, you can't be a G1er.
No, it's more than just the show. It's the show, the original run of the toys, and at least seeing 1 to 2 comic books on that show from G1, from the Marvel print. Those are true G1ers.
Okay, but you know what? And I see this happening in music. But here's the thing: there's a certain level of respect because going through '90s music, we lived through it. So it's like now when they start replaying it on the radio and the clubs, you've got all these 20-year-olds that their parents weren't even together yet and now they have an appreciation for that '90s music, but they didn't grow up through the '90s. But I respect them for the fact they're like, you know what? I don't like the new stuff that exists for my era.
Especially
I
the
like
mumble
your
shit.
guys' stuff.
So I respect that.
So
I definitely
they're
respect it.
studying and connecting to that music, and they were never born in that era. And it's like they almost would rather, and it's fun. They almost would rather be. They wish they were born in our time as opposed to when they were born.
Oh, hold on. Son has his hands up. When he has
Yep.
his hands up, that means we keep our mouth shut.
Uh-oh.
That's a
Wrestling
wrestling
fan.
Say,
reference
like,
to you guys.
I already know.
I was gonna
When my
say,
head goes
I was
up,
gonna
your
say
mouth
like
goes shut.
so we're you're also thinking of it in terms of like, okay, in terms of being of the time of when it was in contemporary history. So when you look at history, like if you're studying history, you have what's called a primary resource or a primary witness versus a secondary witness. So you can be an expert, on that area of history, but you weren't physically around when it was primary. So you can be an expert, secondary historian on whatever subject it is. But But unless you were around for you were alive during the U.S. Civil War or World War I or World War II, you're still not you can't be a primary source. So I think we're getting caught up on like the creative aspect of it, and we're not looking at it as
Nail on the
historians,
head.
I think.
Oh, which
Okay,
is
hold on.
funny.
Nail
Wait,
on the
Because
head.
hold on, hold on.
Mhm.
Phantom, did you get that answer from AI?
Nope.
I'm fucking done with O. I'm fucking done with O. Oh my god, I'm so done with O.
But you know what? I'm gonna tie in with Shockland's question, because here's something that I've seen, and it fully ties in, because you're saying you've got these younger generations that are loving G1 and everything. There's probably a certain percentage of them, and I've seen this online, where they're just like, GoBots suck and all this and that, and I'm like, wait a
dare they.
second, because we were born in the GoBots era. We loved GoBots because Transformers did not exist yet. So we couldn't be like, well, I hate Transformers. I'm like, you hate what? Who? There were no Transformers. So we enjoyed GoBots, we enjoyed Voltron and everything else. Then Transformers came, we fell in love with it. They weren't born in that era so then for them to be like, well, GoBots suck, and I'm like, they were around before Optimus was. So
I blame the Rock Lords on that one.
Oh gosh, yeah, we forget about that.
Yeah.
Rock loads and pretenders, we pretend that never happened.
Why do I remember the Rock Lords being both in GoBots and in He-Man?
They're from GoBots.
But I remember them in both He-Man and GoBots.
It's the
Remember the
Mandela
He-Man
effect.
figures used to turn into the rocks? Weren't they Rock Lords?
It's the Mandela effect.
Nah, I could pull up a picture of the figures that turned into rocks. I had one of those from the He-Man series.
Well, you know what? If you
Chocolate,
AI
are
it,
you Chocolate, are
you'll
you
figure
Oh
sure
no,
you're
this
not
guy with the AI.
are you sure you're not
That's
mixing up
highly
a memory?
illogical.
Are you sure you're
Oh,
not
I'm
mixing up a memory?
positive. I'm
Are you
positive.
sure you're not
In
thinking of the
fact-
Herculoids?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I remember the Herculoids.
Are you sure
Hold
you?
on, I'm about
Are you?
to-
Are you sure you're not thinking about the Charlie Brown Halloween special where they threw rocks in his bag?
I got a rock.
Hold on, no, I'm about to pull this joint up right now. Hold on. Hold
Don't
on.
get
Give
going
me
on
a second.
peanuts. I got a 200-pound mask that lives next to me, not named Linus, after the Peanuts character. He's a scary little
Oh,
motherfucker.
now my phone want to be retarded. Matter of fact, hold up, I got a better reference, and this way you all can see it. Man,
It's like, I know it exists.
rock figures.
remember Hercules?
Hey Herc, hey Herc.
Which one? Kevin Sorbo?
I'm just going based on the Herculoids.
Hey, that was like some 6 a.m. cartoon before kindergarten.
Or Rockin' Robin Hood.
Oh gosh, that and Harry and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Oh, for a
Yeah.
Canadian reference, and then it's when random stuff gets thrown at you on TikTok. Tom Green and Stephen Page from Bare Naked Ladies re-sang the Littlest Hobo intro.
Are you serious?
It like every single person in the comments was like, this should be the new Canadian anthem. Like, you have the two most Canadian icons singing the most Canadian TV show intro. Like, it was just the coolest thing.
Oh, check the OR.
Tom
little
Green was
hobo.
Canadian. My bum is on your
Blaze
lips,
more
guy.
chicks than Mother Goose. Did they go to Lobes?
Are those
after?
the GoBots ones? Yeah, those are the
gosh.
GoBots ones.
Or all of our Canadians viewers are like laughing what we're saying, and our American viewers are saying
We're
like,
after 10, by
"What
the
the hell is
way.
that shit?"
Just tell them Tom Green. Check
Exactly.
up Tom Green's history and they'll know.
It's called check the OR.
Although, funny enough, Bare Naked Ladies had a way better success in the States and everywhere else than in Canada. And and I mean, that's a whole other music conversation where it's like, you have a Canadian artist, they go in America, they become rich and famous and super popular, then Canada recognizes them. And I'm like, they were in the soil first. Why didn't we give them the love while they were here? but that's just how it is.
No, the funny part is,
I remember
that
my
they're
minister in
getting
high
banned
school. He
because of
looked
their
like Tom
names.
Green, just a little chubbier.
Wait, so, sorry, Mr. O?
No, I was just saying it was funny because back in the days, they were actually getting banned originally in the States and Canada because of their name, bare naked ladies, right? And
But then-
and their music had nothing to do with being bare naked ladies.
Not one bit. But then the U.S. embraced them, and it was the funniest thing.
Oh
Damn it,
my
I'm
gosh,
gonna find these
we were
figures.
talking. I just brought it up. Do y'all realize that we're getting a Herculoids movie, a live-action movie in 2027?
And who's
Wow,
playing
for
Hercules?
real?
Elliot Page?
Yeah, Matt
Wow.
Damon, Tom Holland,
No.
and Charlize Theron.
Wow.
No, it's not Hercules. It's Herculoids.
That's what I
a
said,
difference.
Herculoids.
I know. He said Hercules. Who's playing Hercules? No, Hercules has nothing to do with this.
Oh, okay. I thought
Whoa,
Elliot Page
that's
was
crazy.
playing that.
Nah, listen. I just want to see that long segmented thing that shoots the rocks from its horn. That's all I want to see. That's the only creature I care about seeing from the Herculoids.
This is my Death Star.
I mean, Gloop and Gleep might be cool, but yeah. Now I just want to see that one creature.
Okay, did you find your thing?
No, because my damn phone's okay. Now my phone wants to.
Mike,
work.
you have a
Jesus
computer
Christ.
behind you. Why are you like it now? Sound like an Italian here. Why don't you check your computer behind you?
What computer behind me?
Don't you have a computer behind you, or that's just a monitor?
No, that's a giant 85-inch screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really smart. TV you
All
got
right,
there.
He's streaming us on the
Yeah, you can
85-inch
stream from your
TV.
phone to your
That
TV,
was
so
my
it'll
knee
kill your
slapper.
eyeballs.
When smart TVs get stupid. Let me see.
Is it
Hold
powered
on.
by AI by any chance?
Absolutely. Hold on.
Mr. O's going to be in the first in line to teabag the Terminators when the Skynet become
Man.
real.
Wow.
All right. Every single one of them. Ta-ta!
Thank you. I
He's
knew
like, I'm
they
going to
existed.
survive. I'm not
Hell
going to die.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, yes. Hold on. Shit. If only I could pull these up for y'all.
Just hold it up to the camera.
Stone Dar. That's one of them. Hold up. Yeah. Let's see. Stone Dar. That's one of the He-Man Rock Lords. See, I knew those things existed.
Now, that must be later in the series.
I know, eh? That's some copyright
Yes.
shit happening.
Oh no, this is official. This is G1. G1 Masters of the Universe.
I know,
Just
but
like
they
at the end of
they
the
took
series.
that from GoBots. The Tonka's gonna be upset.
They're not rock lords. They're rock people.
That's the
that's how-
difference.
okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
So GoBots had rock lords, were transforming rocks. He-Man had rock people. So they were that was their version of jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it
Spaceballs
would
in
just-
Star Wars.
Exactly.
Let the Schwartz be with you.
No, but Spaceballs was meant to be a parody. Hey, I'm sorry. Mega Maid was the best Unicron parody I've ever seen. That's the other Rock Lord, if y'all can see it.
Pretty bright.
Okay, so I'm pissed off.
There we go.
That's the other one
That looks funny.
that was sold in the toy.
So
And you would literally bend them over and they become rocks.
sure.
I know how it sounds,
There's an
Tom.
innuendo in there somewhere.
I know how it sounds, Tom.
They're
I
all
like flipping
bottoms.
a little
Oh my god, this is Teletran 2.
They're
I
all
came
twin
here for
bottoms.
rocks, but
So, Mr. Magnus, what were you gonna say?
Okay, so I just
He wants a
discovered
rock.
that Herculoids movie in 2027. That is a AI generated fan thing. There is no official Herculoids movie in development. While fans and independent creators frequently circulate speculative AI generated concept trailers for live action reboots, Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera have not announced any cinematic adaptations of the classic 1960s sci-fi merchandise.
And you know what?
Well, Mr. Magnus, as a consultation prize, would you like a humanoid rock made by AI?
And you know what? I mean, we'll we'll do like maybe 10 minutes before we round out for the evening. But exactly that. There's so many, like I've seen so many where it's just like a reboot of Sanford the Son with like Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, fake. You know, like a reboot of another
Famous.
TV show, fake. But
Oh,
a
wait a
lot of
minute, wait a
people will be
minute.
like, oh, I'm gonna like, when does it happen? Let me get tickets to this movie. And I'm like, there's no such movie. It's nonsense.
Okay, go
There
ahead.
is a
and then
famous
I wanna
90s show
reply
that
after.
actually, there's a famous 90s show that is supposed to be coming back under Wayne management. We might be on the precipice of a brand new and living color.
But you know what? Here's a problem with certain reboots, and not to throw ill will at it. 98% of the time it fails because In Living Color worked at the time when it worked. For when something came out at that time and it popped, it's because of that time frame. For them to redo it now, it's for instance, Arsenio worked when it was his time. He came back and it failed terribly because that wasn't his time. He should have just let it go on and be like, I was a king back then, I'm retired. And he came back and it's like,
Thing
it
that makes
failed.
you go,
But see, the thing is, the difference is the Waynes. The Waynes adapt with the time, and they have enough family members that are comedic gold to adapt with the time. Like, for example, one of the kids they got in this cast of this new and living color. Do you remember a show called My Wife and Kids with
Yes.
Damon Wayne?
Oh yeah, that came
Do you
after.
remember the kid that right? You remember the kid that played Junior?
Yes.
That's one of your main stars in the new and living color.
He was the same kid in New York Undercover. And the big complaint was like, why did they make him like why did they drop his intelligence? Because he was a way smarter kid in the original TV show. So he just became a
Because
parody.
Now,
It
I'm
was
going to
comedic
tell you
gold.
why that's not going to work. A reboot of In Living Color
The
right now, it
censors.
won't last a season.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Because
it couldn't
back,
be as edgy as it used to be.
exactly.
That's it.
People are going to get their feelings hurt, they're going to get offended, and it's going to be shucked off the air.
yeah, but you want to know something? I think that's changing now because if you look, going back to the Wayne brothers, they came out with what scary,
Scary
Scary
movie.
movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
scary
The
movie.
new scary movie.
Correct. And what did they say? They said, we don't give a shit if we offend people. We're going back to what made this movie famous in the first place, and they're going to be using those same, I guess, ingredients, right? And they don't care. So you know what? Good on them. I think that mind shift is starting to go, saying, okay, now it's getting a little ridiculous. Like everybody's getting offended for what? The whole
Well,
point of a
and
joke is to make
Make people
fun.
laugh.
But I'm going to
Exactly,
get
make fun
offended
of,
for you.
right?
I'm not offended. I'm offended because it's pointing at you.
yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah,
two
there's-
things.
there's the
Here's
whole
Shock,
meme of
I'm going to be
She-Ra
mad at
holding up the
Shockland because
sword.
he said something that offended you.
Okay, but
That-
did you
but
ask
you
me if
know,
I got
That's
offended?
the world we live in right now.
I know, but are you gonna ask me
The
if I got
Waynes
offended?
aren't the only ones. Though.
It doesn't
the
matter.
Waynes aren't the only
It
one
doesn't
with
matter.
that
You
mindset.
should be. You should be offended, Mr. O. You should be
Hold on,
offended,
hold on.
and so therefore I'm going to be offended for you.
yeah, that's the
I don't
problem.
But
know,
nah,
a
there-
white girl. I'm
There-
offended
there's
by you
another
on your
major
behalf.
director. Hold on, there's one more major director that's making another long forgotten movie. Since we mentioned the first part earlier,
Okay.
part 2 of Spaceballs is coming.
Yes.
Yes.
And yes, we have the
And my
traditional
Schwartz is bigger than
Mel
yours.
Brooks abrasive, yes, the abrasive, insultive Mel Brooks style. The only thing that's missing is Madeline Kahn.
Okay, but you know what? With Spaceballs, there's a whole other rabbit hole why that's allowed, as opposed to certain other things are allowed. And let's go back to like
It's not necessarily a rabbit hole. It's easily explained. It's a movie. It will have a rating.
mhm.
It will have warnings.
It
And if you get triggered,
Magnus.
you already knew this was going to happen. We're talking about a TV show.
I know, but Magnus,
In other words, this shorts wasn't for you.
Magnus. The problem is that people that needs to wear helmets should be wearing helmets,
You
but,
damn
they're
right.
but they're not wearing the helmet. That's the problem today.
Well, I think helmets are the problem.
No.
We didn't have helmets. We didn't have helmets when I was a kid. And
I
it
agree.
helped us thin out the weak ones.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. I agree.
Wh-
Hold on,
which-
I
which,
agree.
you know
But
what?
Now we
still,
protect
some of
the
them
weak
need
ones.
helmets. I know, but some of them do need helmets.
Okay, now with the two things.
Spin's like, okay, we gotta move on.
Well, no, Married
Okay,
with Children. Married with Children almost like the amount of backlash before they
Best
were
thing
even.
ever.
Yeah, but the thing,
Yeah,
best
but
thing.
remember, hold on. Remember Archie Bunker and George Jefferson's?
Yes.
Sorry, moving
Oh
on up.
gosh.
Come on,
Oh yeah,
man.
Married with Children was the best thing ever, but
Ugh, honky over here.
but it almost never existed. Yeah, I mean, I love Jefferson's and Archie Bunker, but again,
was a
these
big
were
deal.
shows.
And hold
These
on,
were
wait a minute.
shows
Wait a
that
minute.
where it's just
And
like
when
they
George
spoke what they
Jefferson-
spoke
hold
on.
And wait a minute. And when George Jefferson was actually on Archie Bunker, because that's a spin-off from there,
That's right.
classic comedy right there. That was the best of all time.
But again, Jefferson's almost didn't happen. Married with Children almost didn't happen. Yeah,
Well,
so
there is no more almost. It's either you do or you don't. There is no almost.
right, but now take Married with Children and
Okay.
try to present that to the networks today. They probably they probably for sure would say no. Fox
that's
was
why-
the Fox
that's
was the
why we
only
have
one that gave them a
YouTube.
chance.
That's why we have YouTube, and if they don't want to put it on YouTube, that's why we have Rumble. And if you don't have Rumble, that's why we have a thing you build your own website, and then you can show it there.
Well, there's your point right there. There's your point right there, and it ties into to a few other things.
Oh, but hold on.
In
Hold on.
terms
Wouldn't
of
it be
why it
easier
would
just to
fail.
make an AI version of.
Yeah, you can. But you know
Oh, no.
what? But I want to make a point here, okay?
AI good times.
Going back to but going back to AI. Thank goodness you have these fans that are actually fans of these shows and are trying to come up with these new kind of reboots or these new wishful thinkings, right? Because you know what's going to end up happening? If I'm a producer of a show, for Fox or whoever, right? And I see that there's a billion likes and a billion views of this particular reboot of a funny show back in the days, and people really want this. You know what? They just did the thinking for me, and they actually did a an example how it could look. Great, you guys just gave me a free thought here, or a free idea that I can use and put it together, and they actually make my arguments because we're gonna have people watching this.
Okay, but here's
For AI.
here's a problem, and it ties in with some conversations that we've had before. And so now we're taking these examples of Married with Children in Living Color and whatever stuff that happened in the 90s. Here's a question: what were they competing against?
Other shows doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Correct. Other shows doing the same thing back
Yeah.
then. So it's like back then, and I mean, back then when we had quote unquote Black Thursday nights, we had the Cosby Show, Different World, Martin, New York Undercover.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching those shows on Thursday nights. Everyone.
Yeah. But nobody watches TV anymore.
So why am I going to produce a TV show if nobody's watching TV? Because now I'm competing with every single cell phone, iPad, tablet,
Yeah, you stream
YouTube,
it.
Rumble,
You're
Twitter,
Then you release it on
Twitch.
YouTube.
You're streaming it.
But-
You're gonna stream it.
Okay, now here's the thing.
Yeah.
Back then, you have like 4 or 5 major networks. You're competing with a handful of shows. Let's put it on YouTube. I'm competing with 1 billion other YouTube channels.
Look what happened with Cobra Kai.
Who?
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
Don't say who
An
it's
amazing
been.
digital
Look
Okay.
what
That
happened
is
to
a
Cobra
great
Kai.
example. That is a great example because Cobra Kai brought the Karate Kid to the next generation. The hell with what Jaden Smith did. Cobra Kai brought the Karate Kid up for young people to enjoy.
Where did they show it though?
And YouTube.
They started on
Straight to YouTube.
The first season of Cobra Kai was on. The first 2 seasons were on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
first
after
2.
that, it went on Netflix. Was it Netflix or Prime? I can't remember, but it went.
No, it was Netflix. They picked it up.
Yeah, so Netflix.
Okay.
Netflix picked it
after.
up.
And it was freaking awesome. The Chosen. That's another one.
Well, that's the thing. Then you have to have that popularity to bring it to YouTube for then a streaming service to pick up. Because I didn't even mention the streaming services. Because now back then you're competing with 3 or 4 other networks. Now you're competing with everything plus the Netflix and Amazon and like all and Paramount and all the
but
streaming
But if
services.
you're good, if you put something out there good, good things are going to happen, Spin.
That's correct.
You know what type
Right.
of show we need? We need
This
another
show.
Uptown Comedy Club. Oh yeah, most definitely. But no, we need another Uptown Comedy Club esque show.
Yeah. Remember Club
Those-
54? Like we had a something,
Absolutely.
we had something very similar to the American, as a Canadian. It was called Club 54, which was
I
all a bunch
remember
of
that show.
Canadians. Oh, okay. So you guys picked it up. Great. That was freaking
Mhm.
awesome. I used to watch it all the time.
Man, listen, a lot of my favorite shows came from Canada. Yes, I know what I said.
Trailer Park Boys.
Some of my favorite shows came from Canada. For an example, Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse.
See?
Wow.
Love that show. Love that show.
All right.
But ask an American about it. They just don't know about it.
No, because our production here sucks. But anyways, the whole point is that, you know, you can do these shows. There's a lot of platforms you can use, and that could be a launch afterwards to the streaming, like the big streaming ones, like Prime, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever. You know what I mean? And then they could also put it on TV afterwards. But again, who watches TV? It's only us that's keeping TV alive right now.
I have not
Once we-
watched
once we-
TV in like 20 years.
Jeez.
but you know what I mean.
If,
It's
if
only
I,
really
if I have
us.
anything, TV dead.
Right? I still watch a little bit TV here and there, but you know, but at the end
TV
of the day-
exists to be used as a monitor for video games and movie watching
Exactly.
via other sources.
But look at the funny part is, look, Sen actually really corrected me, because our generation is like, we watch TV to watch programs, right? Or sitcoms or whatever. But look at Sen. Sen actually corrected me correctly, because that's what TV it is today. It is a monitor to watch whatever and play video games.
Yep. And Shiba Kobe throwing in a correction from earlier. The He-Man rock people were so late, and they were on She-Ra.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Not Jezebel.
That's accurate. I want to know why She-Ra dolls have never scaled with He-Man dolls.
Just to be annoying.
I mean, trying to place She-Ra against Hordak, because I had a She-Ra action figure. I don't care if y'all laugh at me. I had a She-Ra action figure, and it was as big as a fucking Barbie. But then you got Hordak, who's, well, a He-Man doll. Something's going wrong.
There was
here.
a good
Princess of
cartoon
Power. I like
collection,
Princess of Power.
She-Ra a few years ago. I'll have to look, find her, and share her on stream next week, or whenever we're next on.
What, the Netflix one?
No, just the classic, like, you know how they have the cartoon collection He-Man figures?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
the
yeah.
modern
They had a She-Ra in
articulation.
scale.
And she's in the same scale as, like, any of the other, like, He-Man, Motu stuff. And it uses the...
Had they had AI back then, they would have made sure everything was scaled.
You know, the fact that Blaster's the same size as Devastator.
I just want to know, how are we Transformers fans that get mad at sentient computers?
I know. Thank you for saying that. I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Ah,
That's what we wish for.
I was
you
hoping
get
for
to
somebody else to
say.
say something like that, because, you know, it's me, right? You go, oh, yeah, you're the AI guy. That's why you're going to say it.
Watch
But
out,
I was
Mango.
waiting for somebody else to say it.
Watch out.
Thank you.
Hey,
You're
buddy.
welcome.
Like, it's an irony.
Hey, buddy.
Over to you, Spin.
Well, I think we're gonna round up for the evening. So it's our overall thoughts on AI.
Here, Mango.
It's good.
AI bad. Sorry, couldn't help it. Happy Frankenstein came out. That was for all the people on Facebook.
Pick up a book.
Man, listen. Don't judge somebody. This is my final quote on it. Don't judge someone's creativity unless you wish yours to be judged the same way, no matter what it is.
Some good words. Right there.
Anybody else?
That's an 80s reference that I just did. No,
Don't
hold on.
poop where
Wait,
you
hold on.
pee.
Wait. Mr. Magnus?
What?
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
What did you just buy?
I didn't buy anything.
You sure?
He bought AI.
I sold $1,100 worth of cardboard.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing Magic the Gathering related.
AI cardboard.
Yeah, I had a claim sale this weekend, so I'm
Ooh.
separating it into the different bags to send off.
You
Watch
had
out,
that
man.
you had that look. You had that little twinkle in your eye.
Oh, no, I'm looking at my
Magnus
AI
on the
created
computer's twinkle.
track sheet here.
Okay, so
Excel
Remember.
is Excel AI? I don't know.
almost,
It's getting there.
Mango.
especially when you auto sell.
Whatever happened to the days where AI stood for Allen Iverson?
Wow.
Yeah, make you feel old.
I know. Right?
Yeah, I gotta pull out the Ted DiBiase laugh for this one.
Somebody has a price.
There you go. On that note,
Everybody's got a price.
everyone's got a price. On that note,
Shout outs to Ted DiBiase.
we're gonna round
I
up
met
the
the guy.
evening. Shout out to Jess. It's her birthday. That's why Fear of Courage was not with us today. So
Oh,
it's,
happy birthday, Jess.
Happy birthday, Jess.
Okay,
Happy birthday,
Birthday,
Phil.
Jess.
so before you guys go, remember to hit the like button or smash it or get your AI bots to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Share it, comment, subscribe. It definitely help
here,
us.
buddy.
Okay. And anything else, Ben? Did I miss?
We'll be at TFCon in a couple weeks.
That's right.
You know,
Live and direct.
live and direct, and also the Kickstarter project. He's been picking up a few more people on
Nice.
on his project. So he
Nice.
now has Paul Eiding and Michael Bell, which he didn't have when he was here last week. So check out that. But check out all of our channels and subscribe to us and like us, as you said. 'Cause everything's in our description in every video. And on
And
that
for
note,
my closing note, obey me, Wario. I am your master. Mario is your enemy.
And if you didn't
I
get that
suddenly
reference,
feel
you
like
can
playing
AI
the
it.
Wario games all of a sudden.
Oh,
This is bad comedy. Here's a hint.
you know what? Oh, I was gonna get you
She
there.
gets me every time.
I was gonna say I'm gonna call it now,
okay.
and I'm gonna coin this. And
Okay.
if everybody uses this, I want royalty. You know how people always say, "Did you Google it?" It's gonna be, "Did you AI it?"
Did you AI it?
Did you AI it? Did you AI it?
That's perfect. Oh man, listen. We got to set up that segment. Did you
Yep.
AI it?
Yep.
Did you AI it?
That's perfect. Oh my god.
And on that note, they're all are
On
one.
that note,
Oh, we were on.
You
We were- I thought they were
all
on.
Luna, Luna.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.